Hi everyone, welcome to the Smart on FHIR demonstration. Here's the application flow of the module. Here, as you can see on the right side, the client application is our smart application, and on the left side, the EHR is our OpenMRS server. So what happens actually is the smart application makes a request to the conformance endpoint of the OpenMRS OAuth server, which returns useful information such as the authorization endpoint, the token endpoint, and the location of the FHIR. So then the client application uses authorization server to authorize and then issues a new token to create the request to the FHIR module, which is protected by our OAuth module. So our smart application consists of two main files, the launch.html and the index.html. The launch.html is the file which the user opens, and the index.html file is the one which the OAuth module automatically redirects upon successful generation of an authorization code. So here's the launch.html, and the role of this file is to make a request to OAuth authorize endpoint and obtain an access code. The module will automatically pass this code to index.html. Because index.html must be specified as the redirect URI of the OAuth client making that authorization call. The request to the OAuth module consists of broadly these parameters: the response type, the client ID, redirect URI, launch, scope, state, and AUD. The response type must be set to code. The client ID is the client's identifier. The redirect URI is the one specified in the OAuth client. The launch is optional, but it must match to that value received from the EHR when using the EHR launch flow. The scope is required, and the scope can contain any value such as read, write, all those values which our module and the FHIR module implements and understands. The state is just a session matching string which is generated by launch.html, and it is passed on to our OAuth module, and this state is returned back to the index.html file, and we can match this state there at the index.html just to make sure that the request is same as the one made by the launch.html. And the AUD is nothing but the resource of the OpenMRS server. It's the URL of the OpenMRS server from which the app wishes to receive FHIR data, in our case the FHIR location. And the index.html, it is redirected by the OAuth module with the auth code. What this file does is makes sure that the state is genuine by matching state with that generated by the launch.html, and it makes a request to OAuth token using the authorization code and uses this token generated to make a call to FHIR. And I'll be showing all of you a little demo here. This demo application produces names and IDs of all active patients. The application runs on a web server. I'm running the demo on Tomcat. The application is written using HTML, JavaScript, and Ajax, and client ID and client secret are stored within the application.